Alright, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. The boy buried a girl round at the buried a girl round at the goat pen, yo. Round at a goat pen. Dashway. That's why when I use the word dashway or the phrase dashway, these are the things that I'm talking about. So callous. Dashway like garbage. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I was watching a video before I get into this story. I was watching a video earlier of a fight, and this is when YouTube, because YouTube has changed. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, YouTube used to allow pretty much any video on YouTube, right? So here's a video of this Jamaican man now in Jamaica, and he might give him woman some hard ears as out in the streets, you know, and she a hold on pan him, hang on him, and she get elbow, knee, box, kick, thump. And there were at least 20 people there. One man with his phone videoing, another person, yo, get it on video. Another person, yo, dog, yo, it boxer again, whoa. Not one person stepped in to say, hey man, you can't hit a female like that. Or say, all right, brother, done. Whatever I want to do, let's take her this way and you go that way. I say that to say this. As a Jamaican, born in Jamaica, raised partially in Jamaica, I am very well aware of Jamaican culture, and I'm very well aware of the hypocritical, oh how we love our women so much. It seems like we only love our women when they are available for our sexual favors. It seems like we only love our women when them can wash, cook and clean and obey everything that we say. It seems like we are programmed to love our women only as property. Only when we are able to show ownership. You understand? Other than that, she is also looked at as an object. And then that object can also be discarded. That's the perception I get from how our culture runs. Now this story, when this news first broke and it says that this person was missing, the first thing I said to my wife, I said, she's 17 years old, she gone a man yard. And I'm tired of the stories coming out of Jamaica about girl missing, gone, yasso, dessa. And then when she's found, it's like, oh, so-and-so. We don't even get a follow-up. And if we do get a follow-up, it's so-and-so is back home with their parents now. We want to know the whole story. Understand? Because we worried one time you put the story out saying they're missing, and we're helping to find them, and then here we go. Oh, them just gone back at them yard. No, we want to know where they were at and all this. I think they need to actually hold them accountable and public shame them so they probably won't do it again or think twice about doing it again. But in this particular case though, at the age of 17, I'm saying, she's close to 18 and the age of consent in Jamaica is 16. So she's probably out there, man yard. You know how Jamaican parents are. If you live under my roof, I don't care if you're 50, it's my rules. Anything out there, you do. But I have rules and curfews and you abide by those. That's just how our thing go. You know, push mama door come in no any granny door come in no any hours. You're not bringing nobody come lay up in here that you're not married to. Like them kind of rules and regulations that they still apply. So in this case now, what it turned out to be is something much worse. The decomposed body of a female was this afternoon removed from a shallow grave in a yard in Patrick Street, Old Harbour. The body is believed to be that of 17-year-old Alicia Allen from the same community. They're saying the body is believed to be because they have not confirmed. Well, at this point, I'm sure they have confirmed by now. However, the police cannot officially confirm its identity because of the decomposition until a DNA analysis is done on the body, which family members and the police strongly believe that is the body of this teenage mother. Aha, she's a mother. 17, she has a child. When the story first broke, it said the 17-year-old mother had disappeared with the child. I don't know how the story will go. So, 22-year-old Jermaine Dawkins, who is the father of the child, has been listed by the police as a person of interest. Listed as a person of interest. I want to know if he has been brought in and questioned, if he has been held. I want to know how this is developing, because we see this all the time, and what ends up happening is they get questioned and they get let go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to follow this story closely, but Roughly 24 hours earlier, the police were summoned by residents to the area where there was a foul smell coming from a goat pen located near the premises that is occupied by the baby father Dawkins and others of his relatives. Scene of the crime expert was then notified by detectives attached to the Old Harbour police station. Following a very lengthy processing of the area, a body was removed and then taken to the morgue by a funeral van. So according to the police, the death of the presumed victim may have stemmed from an abusive relationship that took a turn for the worst. And again, as I started out this video saying, I've seen it too many times. Now, for one, we can blame the females and say, yo, you have to come out of them abusive relationship to make sure you cut as soon as him put hands on you, make sure you leave him. If him even raise him voice too wrong. But come on, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. A lot of these females have low self-esteem. They come from a family that's abusive. And there's so many dynamics to this. I've done videos before where I've talked about how a lot of us grew up abused, right? And we mistook that abuse for love because it was the same people that were actually protecting us from others and providing roof, food, shelter, clothing, and all that were our abusers. So we kind of took abuse with love. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us grew up with a warped sense of if you need her to do something right, beat her. You know, we grew up with this kind of warped sense of love comes with a lot of pain, that kind of thing. And that's what it did to our minds. So Alan was last seen. They're saying now that this is the result of a long-term abusive relationship that went sour. According to the police, that this relationship took a turn for the worst. So obviously someone is talking and fingers are pointing to the father's child, her man. Alright? Now, Alan was last seen by relatives on September 7th and is said to have only returned to the community to see her 19-month-old baby girl left in the care of her grandmother. So, that part of the story. When this story first broke, I heard that the mom and the child was missing. Now it's the child was missing. Here's the update. So the child left the baby in the care of grandma and took off. I'm thinking she just needed to get away. I've seen it many times where these females feel stuck because they're being abused and they have no way out. Especially by some of these guys now. You know, in Jamaica, everybody have a gun these days. And you know, the young hothead them, when their girlfriend can brag on one end about, oh, my man a bad man, my man carry him gun, him have him gun, you know. But when that gun is turned on her, and it's like, hey, girl, sit down, you know what I'm saying? Over there so before, I mean, bust my gun in your face, you know, or, hey, Keisha, anyway, you left me, you know, murder, you know. These kind of threats are real. Very real. So we don't know what happened in this relationship right here. So they're saying that she was last seen. And the only time was this one time where she dropped by the house to see her 19-month-old baby which she had left with her grandmother, and then she took off. It is alleged that her and the baby father were involved in an intimate relationship for 2 years, the past 2 years. So she's 17 now. If they've been involved for 2 years, that means she would have been involved with him since she herself was 15. Probably even 14 going on 15. Here we have again another case of this. He's 22. So that means he was 20 years old and he was involved with a 14 to 15-year-old child. We see these things in our community in Jamaica, and this is another thing where I'm saying, people say, oh, cho, she's soon 16 anyway, a big girl. She had to take her man for a long time, left them alone, and I know it's not my business. You know what I'm saying? Where are the whistleblowers? When I was growing up in Jamaica, you couldn't, listen, the men who did that, and we knew them as children, and we knew the little fast girls who used to go sit down on the conductor lap, and he had a special girl that sat on his lap every evening coming home from school, and him feel her up and finger her before she reach her destination, stink up the whole school bus and them something there. We remember those things. Check me out. But for big man to run down and approach like a girl and those things, when I was growing up, it was a no-go, right? People would call you out, and other grown men would be right on top of it. That has changed so much now. In Jamaica, the man them actually look the little young girl them in packs and discuss who is going to get her next, or who want her first, and all these other things. So the dynamics of our whole friggin' culture has changed so much over the years. Now, I just broke down, obviously she was 14, 15, and he was about 20 years old when they first got intimate, and I'm sure they probably were intimate secretly before publicly. So you can imagine just how much younger she might have been. You know what I'm saying? A recipe for disaster. It is alleged that Allen and Dawkins were involved in an intimate relationship for the past 2 years. The couple, it is understood, is notoriously known to engage in frequent arguments, which oftentimes got physical out in public. Alright, so it's not no secret. And just like I said when I started this video, I was watching a video earlier before doing this video, and it was very uncomfortable to watch. It's an older video from about four years ago, placed on YouTube, but it's a Jamaican video of a public row between a couple, man and female. And the girl is trying to bite him because she had tried to get away, and he drip her up like this, and yo girl, so you bust off all my chain, bye, bye, bye. And she then, he beat her head down all the way down till she bite him, and him draw her back up again and more box. And people are there actually just videoing and laughing. And I mean, it's not one person that was laughing, it was everybody on the scene laughing and pointing. So these things happen, and we sit back and we watch. And our people have changed so much, right, that this new set of people that's around now, or this new mindset that's around now, is no one good angle so I can put it on Facebook later and get whole heap of views. Lick her again. That's why I be telling people, don't let nobody boost you up, because all they're boosting you up to do is so they can get a good angle to get lots of views on social media while your life goes down the drain, right? Now, Dawkins, which is the baby father who used to beat her up in public, or them used to fight in public all the time in front of everybody, so it's not a secret, right? Dawkins, who works at the block factory on South Street, Old Harbour, was also last seen on September 7th, the same time she was last seen. And the police are reporting information based on supplied by relatives who noted that they were unaware of any suspicious activity prior to the discovery of the body. No, stop your foolishness. Oh no, wagwan. Him bury her right round at the backyard where the whole owner live. So y'all know exactly what happened. Bury her around at the goat pen round the back, yeah, at the same house that is occupied by him, and y'all didn't know nothing. Come on. A missing person report was filed for Allen, which is the female, while relatives of Dawkins, which is the baby father, are yet to file the same regarding his disappearance. You know why they haven't filed? See, all kinds of, I wish, man. Everything here spells foul play with the help of family, okay? Why you think her family filed missing person report from the minute she went missing? Why you think to this day, since the 7th of September, today is the 15th, right? Why you think to this day his family has not filed a missing persons report? His family has not filed a missing persons report because them know which part him there. They are the ones that's keeping him. They are the ones that are hiding him. They're carrying his little food go give him. Them will make sure say he's comfortable and okay where he's at. They're the ones that telling him when police are come around, yo dog, them the day I look for you earlier today, you know. Don't hide over here no more. I think somebody I gotta tell, go over sissy and hide over there so and wait till late night we can do some movement. And they're the ones that's hiding him. His family is complicit in this, believe me. So a post-mortem will be carried out to determine the cause of her death, as the body is in an advanced state of decomposition and investigation continues. We will be following up the story to see where the story leads to, and if anybody else is implicated in, or if at least baby father is caught and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Or maybe he's just gonna get a don't do it again, walk, released on bail, report under certain conditions, all these madness that they do in Jamaica for situations like these. There's a brother, remember, that was caught after he murdered his child's mother, rolled her up in the chopper, you know, was trying to roll the body over the bridge. This is red-handed, you know, caught. And they called out his name, yo, James! And he ran, left it. This brother disappeared for like a week or two, went, got with his family members, they put their money together, they got a lawyer, he went in, he was released on bail. How? So like I said, the climate, the laws. Look at Jamaica, where it's even illegal for females to carry pepper spray or mace. How is she supposed to defend herself? 5'4", 145 pounds against a 6'4", 250 pound man. What she had to scratch off him skin? Leave your comments in the comment section below, man. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.